We've been using our phones for hotspots, and that's all the internet we've used for over a year now since we've been full-timing in the RV. When I was up at Athens, I learned a little trick about our solution to our internet problems. So what's in the box is our solution, and it is Starlink.
Yay! I'm so excited. Now we can watch all our favorite channels without the circle of death.
We might even be able to get in on some lives after this. So I talked to the guy that told me the way to do this, and that's why I ended up buying it. We're going to unbox it, and we're going to do some speed testing today, and we'll show you guys how easy or how hard it is. Come on. Hello and welcome back. If it's your first time here, I'm Scott.
And I'm Allison.
And we are
Jarhead and Ginger's Journey.
We're full-time RVers. We do destination videos, tips and tricks, and all things RV. That sounds like something you'd like. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button and come along on our journeys. Well, let's start with the unboxing and see what we got inside. A hard piece of Starlink paper. All right, this looks like it's going to be the base for the dish. Put that over here. Another piece of packing plastic. Here's the dish itself, rectangular shaped dish with the cord attached. The instructions on how to put it together, 3 pictures, no words hardly at all. So hopefully that's a good sign. Must be your router. And the cabling. So this is the cable that goes to the dish. I believe they said it was 75 feet long. So we'll set this down here on the base itself for now. And then we have this cord. It must be the power for the for either the dish or the router. I guess we'll see here in a minute when we start putting it together. And then there's this. Regulatory notes. Must be the instructions or product description and things like that. Okay. That's all that's in the box, guys. So let's put this out of the way and we'll check out this 3-step directions here. Alright, so it says plug your power in to the dish itself, then run your cord in to your router, and then run your other cord from a power source into your router. And then this one says set it up on your phone. I already have the app on my phone, so I'm gonna go ahead and set this up outside. But first I want to take you guys through a speed test of what we have prior to Starlink. First we'll have to navigate to the app that I use. I use Open Signal here, so we'll tap on that and it brings it up. And now we'll go ahead and hit speed test. Remember, this is just on our visible phone. This isn't connected to Starlink yet. So we'll hit the speed test. 58 latency. It's going on downloading now. .3 down. and 8.2 up. That's actually the highest upload speed I've seen in quite a while, so that's pretty impressive for this test to be that high. Normally it's a lot lower. It's normally below 1. So there you go. That's the speed test without Starlink. Now we're going to go ahead and put the Starlink system together. Where I have the app, we'll go outside. We'll use the app to search for the open sky, and we'll see what it does when we come back in and try it again. All right, y'all. Hopefully you guys can see this, but if you look inside, this is where the base goes. Right here, there's a raised section, an indent, a square indent there, and that on the base matches up with this slot right here. Then the dish slides right on there and clicks into place, and there's a button on the back. You can push that button to get it to come off of the base if you need to do it like that. So you'll just set it right in there, rotate it around until that notch lines up with that slot, and it clicks right into place. Easy deal. Now we'll go outside and use the app and see if we can find a good place to put it in the yard. Now we've got it outside, and it says to find a good spot of open sky. I have some. I don't have high hopes of it working right here, but I do have 2 other options if this one doesn't work. So what I'm going to do now is go to the app, and then we'll show you how the app actually works to set it up. So we'll navigate over here to the Starlink app. I already downloaded it a while ago. We'll click on that, and now I'm just going to hit Start Setup, and we'll see what happens. Plug it in, not your Starlink. Okay, so I guess I need to plug it all in before I bring it outside. So I'll have to pause this and come right back. So when I got outside, I started the app and it said to plug everything in together. So I'm going to go ahead and plug the dish into the router, and then I'm going to plug the router into the wall and get power to it. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it off of the deck out here, and I'm going to set it up in an area in the yard where hopefully we have enough sky coverage to get hooked up. So let's see how this works. So the dish cord is like a small HDMI, and it goes in a slot right down here. And then this is your power cord, and it has a 3-pronged section to it, and it plugs in to the bigger spot right down here on the bottom. And they're both 2 different sizes and everything like that, so you can't get them mixed up or in the wrong spot. So now I'll go ahead, take this one, put it right back here by my power outlet on my desk, and plug it in. And now we're ready. I'm going to take the dish out the garage door, down into the grass, and then continue the setup with the app. Let's go. So I ran into my first snag, literally. This thing says it takes 15 minutes to set up. This is probably my doing, but this is maddening. You got to make this thing marine proof, guys. Obviously ain't gonna happen in 15 minutes. Now we're gonna go ahead and open up the app and start our installation process. See what happens. Navigate over here, hit the Starlink app that I added a while back. It says plug it in. We just have it all plugged in now in the garage, and I'm gonna hit next. Connect to Wi-Fi. Open Wi-Fi settings. Okay, open Wi-Fi settings. Starlink wants to join. Join. It's initializing, I guess. It's Wi-Fi network name. Nacho Starlink. Wi-Fi password, I'm not going to show you guys. Create. So I had to select the Starlink from the list, and now I will type in the password I just created and see what happens. Join. Wow, I guess it was that easy. It says we're connected to Nacho Starlink now. So let's go back into where I was before. We are going to run another speed test, and then we'll see what the difference is. After it goes through its process and looks up into the sky, and then tells you to name it and all that stuff, you actually go out of the app into your settings to do that. After that's done and you put in your network name and your password, then you'll have to go back to the app, and that's when it'll tell you if it's ready or not. Mine still says booting. Let me get there and I'll show you. I go to Starlink, it says it's offline and it's searching. So it told me earlier that this could take up to 12 hours. So we'll see what happens, and I'll get back to you with an update as soon as I know something. Here it is. We finally got a connection. It took about 20 minutes. When we initialized it, it turned and looked directly up, straight up at the sky. And the app told me that it was looking for obstructions and satellites and things, and it could take up to 12 hours. So I was a little worried about that. And about 15 or 20 minutes, it tilted this direction that it's in now, and we got connected to the internet. So now we have our Starlink set up and our Wi-Fi network is established. Let's go in to where we were before. We'll do another speed test, and we'll show you the difference between just our visible hotspot speed and the speed from Starlink right out of the box. Okay, now we're back where we did the original speed test, remember, with just the phone. So now we're going to go ahead and do it again that we have the Starlink hooked up, and we'll show you what the difference is, if any. So over here we are at Open Signal app, the same one we used earlier. Go ahead, make sure we're on Nacho Starlink, we're set up, good to go. Hit speed test, and let's see what happens. 71, so 65 download, that's pretty good. 10, 11, and 11.4 upload. That's quite a bit better than it was before. So I'm happy with that. I think we'll be able to stream and maybe get in some live streams a little easier with that. So let's go down here. We had a download of 1.3 and an upload of 8.2. And we'll go up here past the arrows. These last three up here on the top are three that I've done since I've been hooked up to the Starlink. The first one I got was 34.4 down and 17.7 up. And then we got 18, oh no, sorry, these last two up here are the good ones. So we got 110.7 down and 18.3 up. And then the last one, which is this top one here, is the one that you all just saw, 65 down and 11.4 up. So either way, we're quite a bit better on both down and upload speeds. So there you go. we're going to keep testing this out. We're going to watch, stream some video tonight, and maybe go on a live and see how that works out, and do a couple of other things as testing, and then we'll let you know. We'll either do a follow-up video or we'll add it to the end of this video. And you guys let us know in the comments if you have Starlink, or if you're waiting to get Starlink, or if you think this might be a good option for you. I think for us, full-time RV, and now for a little over a year, I think it's a pretty good option. Best and easiest so far that I've heard of and seen. So if you know of something different that might be better, let me know. But I think I'm going to stick with this for a while. The package was about $700 total. And then your monthly fee is $110. So that doesn't seem too bad. It's pricey up front for sure. But $100, $110 a month, that doesn't seem too bad for decent internet, in my opinion. You might be wondering, with some of the Starlink delays in shipping, how we actually were able to get our Starlink package in less than a week. What you need to do is pick a northern state, because I think most of the northern states already have coverage with the satellites that are up. You scroll in and you find a local business somewhere, and you use that as your home base address. Then what you do is you have them ship your Starlink package to wherever it is you are, and then go ahead and set it up like we showed in this video. So that's kind of the way to do it. I know some places in the US are waiting until 2023 for their Starlink packages, but this is a way that you can get around that wait, and it actually works. We're in near Houston in Texas, and it works fine down here, even with a northern state home address as its location.
And we are moving tomorrow. I have to say that it's been a game changer for being able to stream videos. That's what we do most of the time, is the way we watch the YouTube videos. And we've been able to do that without the, what's it called when it circles
Buffering.
around? Yeah, buffering. And we've been able to even watch some live streams on YouTube, which is great, because we hadn't been able to do that because of the buffering.
Yeah.
So this has been a game changer, and we're moving next week. So we'll give you an update on how it works.
Yep, we're moving on Monday. Not tomorrow, we'll move on Monday. So if you're still here, thanks for sticking around to the end.
And happy Easter!
Happy Easter. Tomorrow's Easter, guys. When you're watching this, it'll be Easter. Well, hopefully. Thanks for sticking around to the end. We'll see you next time on
Jarhead and Ginger's Journey. Bye.
Bye, guys.